A pine forest in Brandenburg. A tree meets 300 horsepower. In just a few seconds, a 40-year-old pine tree is transformed into a lifeless log. Every year, more than 50 million cubic meters of timber meet a similar fate in Germany. But the forest is quicker. More trees grow back each year than are cut down. Between the last two national forest inventories, the wood reserves in German forests increased by 7%. Even though giant lumber mills across Germany eat up their daily supply of timber. Alone in this mill in eastern Germany, more than 1 million cubic meters of roundwood are processed each year. Automated saws here turn logs from the surrounding forests into sawed lumber, wood profiles, construction timber, and so on. These are important materials for the lumber industry. And for the Bullinger company in the town of Neuruppin, some 60 kilometers north of Berlin. 120 workers here produce glue laminated wood, or GLW for short. GLW is made by laminating several pieces of lumber into a beam. The choice of lumber allows for a wide variety of lengths and heights for the beams. The lumber is carefully sorted to avoid pieces with knot holes and other flaws. The perfect beam is just as stable as steel, without weighing nearly as much. Holzwerke Bullinger is one of Europe's biggest manufacturers of specialized wood materials. The plant in Neuruppin processes more than 130,000 cubic meters of lumber each year. Arthur Naumann is a buyer for the company. One important factor for this business is the price of lumber. Despite a number of ups and downs, lumber prices have risen by around 50% over the past 5 years. The wood mostly comes from Europe, above all from Central Europe and Scandinavia, and we're very dependent on the market price for lumber. The efficient use of wood as a renewable resource is important for more than just ecological reasons. In order to discover potential savings when dealing with natural resources, the company used a tool that's available on the VDI Center for Resource Efficiency website. The resource check provides a quick overview if needed. The service line helps to provide further important instructions. In addition, the company can make contact with an external consultant.
Morgen. Herr Naumann. Hallo. Tag, hallo. Freut mich sehr.
On location, an expert can analyze the potential savings with the help of structured methodology. The first step is a talk with the company's accounting department. With the help of a cost structure calculator, the company gets a simple overview of the various costs of material, energy, and personnel, along with rent and leasing expenses. A sector comparison quickly shows if the costs in a particular area are above average. At Bullinger, it's clearly the material costs that are too high, and that's where the greatest savings potential is available. I take a look at the production process step by step, and I look at each stage of production to see what material goes into and comes out of each stage. I'm looking for the inflowing and outflowing material at each stage of production. Resource efficiency consultant Tobias Zorn does research directly with employees on location. He analyzes each process and the corresponding material flow. A first step here is sorting the wooden boards. The sorting process aims to separate the boards according to quality. A four-sided planer cuts the boards to measure. Then an X-ray machine analyzes whether the boards contain knot holes, ingrown bark, or other defects. A sorting machine stacks the boards according to their visual characteristics. Some boards will later be used at the top of laminated beams and some at the bottom. Others will serve as purely structural elements. The pre-sorted boards are further transported. Orange-colored markings show the automatic saw exactly where the cut is to be made. That allows the removal of especially prominent defects such as splits or knots. Tobias Zorn is mostly interested in what ends up in the trash. He notices that this saw cuts imprecisely. A worker is called in to track the amount of waste in this stage of the production process. In the next stage of production, the glue is applied to the boards. The boards are stacked together in a special frame. Here, Zorn notices that the boards were not sawed off evenly, and because the mechanism for stacking the boards doesn't work precisely, some boards stick out. Zorn takes note of this so-called sawtooth formation, and that some of the boards stick out sideways because of various curvatures. The stacks are then put into a special press where they endure high pressure for 1 hour. That's how the glue laminated wood is formed. Finally, a plane and a saw cut these nearly finished laminated beams down to the desired length. The sawtooth formation creates further waste, mainly caused by the imprecise miter saw. The consultant presents his findings to the company's decision makers. The so-called material flow cost calculator provides an overview of the potential savings, and with help from the investment calculator, the consultant is able to estimate the exact cost of investment necessary to achieve the potential savings. We could save 1% of wood used per year. That amounts to 81,400 euros, as we saw in our calculations. These yearly savings would require a relatively manageable investment of 4,000 to 5,000 euros. A one-time investment of 4,000 to 5,000 euros generates savings of 81,400 euros annually. Resource efficiency pays off. And thanks to the cost calculator, potential savings in other areas of the business can be calculated as well, whether it's storage, transport, or commissioning. The VDI Center for Resource Efficiency does more than provide consultants with the tools they need to quickly sniff out potential savings. Every year, the center offers a number of practice-oriented courses for resource efficiency consultants in training and company employees alike. These courses take place directly on location at the companies or here at the Learning Factory of the Ostfalia University of Applied Sciences in Wolfenbüttel. Along with learning the basics of a particular topic, participants in the multi-day training sessions also learn how to gather data on the amount of energy and material used during the production process, and how to analyze this data with the corresponding tools. At the Bullinger lumber mill, glue laminated wood will be produced more efficiently after the consultation process is complete. The company provides its products to customers throughout Europe and even in Japan. Laminated wood is delivered to furniture makers, architects and home improvement stores. Customers can order perfect custom-sized beams directly from the Bullinger factory in Neuruppin and have them delivered in just a few days within a distance of 1,000 kilometers. Efficiency plays an important role in this kind of just-in-time production. The material flow analysis has done a lot for us. We've discovered a lot of potential that will help us thrive amid the global competition. Resource efficiency helps businesses and promotes healthy, sustainable growth. And not just in German forests.